program, so I feel a little naked here. There's no river behind me, there's no woods, so put up with me. I'm going to start on this side.
You ready?
I am ready, sir. 1512, Ponce de Leon loses his job to the son of his old boss, Christopher Columbus. He gets a grant to go govern Bimini, but he can't find it. He gets lost and bumps into what he calls Pascua de Florida. So Florida was found by lost people. Name of the talk is Lost in Florida, by the way. He underestimates how angry the natives would be at being invaded, big surprise, and ends up actually dying of a bone arrow wound on the island of Cuba. So the story of the Fountain of Youth was actually cooked up by historians in Spain to cover up his losses. So Florida was conquered but never discovered, says Eduardo Galeano, a historian. Men arrived to impose a religion, dreams of gold, but never knew where they were. This discovery is still taking place. I mean, most of us come from somewhere else. So we impose our patterns on this place and often lose sight of what's great and right in front of us. For example, we're all standing on a river. The Floridan Aquifer is one of the largest aquifers in the United States. 100,000 square miles of water, packed into limestone caverns like water balloons, covers 5 states. And just like when a water balloon has a little bit of a hole in its skin and water squirts out, you get a spring when the aquifer meets the surface. There are 33 magnitude 1 springs in Florida. That means they gush out over 64 million gallons of water a day. That's more magnitude 1 springs than any other state in the country. That's more than any other country in the world. So if you want to do something rare, go swim in a spring. And Wakulla Springs also have mysteries hidden in them. You can look down 140 feet into the spring and see mastodon bones perfectly preserved. It opens into a cavern the size of a football field, which leads into tunnels miles long into the aquifer. I ran a trip into the Panhandle, that's the historic lodge, right on the spring itself. There are 14 definitions of the word lost, but my favorite notion of lost belongs to Thoreau, that not until you have lost yourself, the world, do you find your soul. More traditional definitions include a lost battle, a lost expedition, and that takes us to the story of Hernando de Soto. Fresh from a conquest in Peru, he lands in Tampa with armored men and lots of pigs, and spends the last years of his life walking in armor from Tampa Bay to the banks of the Mississippi, where he eventually dies, completely and utterly lost. He starts the voyage with 13 pigs. By the time he lands in Tampa, there's 200 pigs on board. He loses them all on his expedition. Big surprise, right? And today there are over 1 million pigs in Florida, eating their way through our wilderness. Almost every one of them can be traced back to De Soto. And in contrast, John Muir walks intentionally 1,000 miles from Indiana to Florida on a quest for discovery, not conquering. He writes, "If you want to know God, go to wilderness. There you will see him as he is in the world." And so he takes this very simple act of hiking, of getting lost, and turns it into a tool for social transformation. He takes Teddy Roosevelt out to Yosemite. Before you know it, the national park system is born. He saw that system as a counterweight to the American tendency to get lost in material concerns. So it was sort of a counterweight also from the uncivilities of urban life. And the glaciers that form his wilderness also affect Florida. When those mile-high ice sheets come down from the north, they push plant life before it. That's why we have oak trees, pine trees, and maples in Florida. So coming to Florida to get away from the ice and snow has been going on for a very long time. Now, when that happened in Europe and the ice sheets came down, a lot of those species got crushed at the base of the Alps. They couldn't climb over those very high slopes. So the US has so much more plant diversity, 6 times as many oak tree species. And it's largely because we had a Florida for those plants to retreat back to. Yeah, Florida. And just the evaporation from those huge sheets gets sent to an area called the Green Swamp in Polk County, that fills and powers the 4 great rivers of Central Florida: Ocklawaha, Withlacoochee, Hillsborough, Peace. And over 400 miles of river coming from virtually the same hole in the ground. And that's my dog that I named my outing business out of. In 1904, Governor Broward says, hey, let's drain the Everglades. But he underestimates how difficult it would be to erase a river 100 miles long and 60 miles wide. He almost drains Florida's coffers trying to do it. And the price tag to fix Florida's kidneys right now stands at $7.8 billion in current money. So, but the discovery of the Everglades is ongoing. Meet Mike Owen. He's a biologist at the Fakahatchee Strand, home of the elusive ghost orchid in books and movies. When he takes you on a swamp hike, you're actually going to track rare species in the swamp with him. He's filled 50 notebooks with priceless data. His best friend is Wendell Vaughn, also a park ranger. Wendell will take you to some of the mysterious mangrove tunnels in the area. It's the largest mangrove forest in the north, in North America. And also he'll take you to some of the great bird rookeries in the area. So he'll get you lost in a good sense of the word. Lost, according to Rebecca Solnit, comes from the Norse word los, which means to disband an army, for soldiers to fall out of formation, to go home and form a truce with the world. So it's about going beyond what you know, in the best sense of the word. So what I would say for you in your travels is go ahead and be a discoverer and not a conqueror. Go get lost in some of the jewels in Florida. If you need a guide, come get lost with me. I'm running a trip in April to the Panhandle. I've done it a bunch of times. It's always a lot of fun. Great people always go. I'm always very fortunate. Find me on Facebook. I named it after my dog. And the woman who did the slides to the far right is Carol. My best friend Eric is a park ranger. He's here. He's going to help me run trips. We're going to the Everglades in December to hang out with Mike and Wendell. And I invite you to come get lost with us. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Adrian. Very good. Leslie, are you out there? Leslie.